Number 5, undermining flow. The Scrum Master allows stakeholders to disrupt the flow of the development team during the sprint. There are various examples for that. The classic is that the Scrum Master has some sort of laissez-faire policy as far as access to the development team is concerned. I'm not convinced that any kind of communication between stakeholders and developers should be avoided or deferred by the Scrum Master, but it's always a question of how much is tolerable, right? Another example would be that the Scrum Master does not object that the management invites engineers to random meetings with subject matter experts. So basically, they're on paper full-time assigned to the team, and in practice, they may be missing several hours a week. And this is, of course, something that the Scrum Master should address. Another classic way of undermining the flow is that the Scrum Master allows other stakeholders or managers to turn the daily Scrum into some sort of reporting session. This is also not serving the purpose. Preserving the flow of work through the team during the sprint is, I believe, the linchpin of productivity. That's why we have work in progress limits and why they are useful. So avoiding creating artificial queues, for example. Classic is always the code review column on the board. You may remember that. And that's also the reason why the product owner needs to be available at all times. Critical thing about this is that if the Scrum team fails, it's not delivering the sprint goal or is failing during several consecutive sprints, no stakeholder will ever read this kind of what happened during the sprint fine prints. They simply will ignore this. It will never come up when the discussion about why is the team not delivering is led. So see to it that this is not going to happen. And if the Scrum Master is undermining the flow, please address the issue in the next retrospective.